Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy Saturday. It's a nice, warm Saturday here in Los Angeles, and I'm feeling a bit low key today, so I'm glad that, I get to do this watch along with you guys. How's everyone doing today? Hope you've been having a good day. Hope you've been having a nice weekend so far. Sorry, I was just going to get the link so that I could post it. So, if you're in the US, this movie is completely free to watch on the site that I've linked and pinned to the chat. Um, Aside from that, I'm sorry, I don't know all the different regional places that it's available in, but if you can, if you are able to, please do try to support the, official legit release. So today's movie is a Thai martial arts film. There's a very famous actor there by the name of Tony Jaa. He's done some other work. One of his most famous films is called On Bak, the Thai warrior. He's very well known for his stunt work, his Muay Thai skills, and this one is probably my favorite of his movies. So I'm very excited to share it with you guys today. And if you'll see, I got an actual timer this time. I finally found a way to do a plugin script into OBS, so I don't have to do some kind of weird like window share thing or whatever. So hopefully that should work better than the last couple of watch-alongs I've had. All right, I think Let's see. I'll give everyone a couple more minutes just in case, we got some latecomers in case, somebody has their snacks almost ready or, stuff like that, you know. Always, like in movie theaters, you get those commercials and stuff before you get the trailers, the previews, and all that before the movie actually starts. So I should do that sometime. I should like make fake trailers to put before the watch-alongs. That's No, I just realized that's too much effort. I'm not doing that. That is a good idea. Maybe if I have something for like upcoming stuff, I could use that time to promo and kind of feature something, make a pseudo commercial for that. But we'll figure that out as it comes. Extra yappenings. Yeah, if you like hearing me ramble or if you like seeing me type a bunch of rambling paragraphs, be sure to follow me on and click the bell so you don't miss it. No. Hi, Rhea. Welcome in. Can't watch the movie tonight, but oh. Well, thank you for stopping by and wishing me well. Alright, so we're gonna get the movie started in about another minute. And how this is gonna go is I'm gonna do the usual countdown 3, 2, 1, start, and then on the word start, we'll go. Or we'll start. You know what I mean. Be warned, I probably will be a little chatty and probably react a lot and be like, "Oh my God, did you see that?" and stuff like that, and maybe yammering a bit about martial arts because, well, surprise, I really like martial arts and having done some myself, I like to point out stuff. So, oh, and do remember at the end of the movie there will be a trivia section where I will go and find some interesting tidbits of information about the movie and share them with you guys. So, with all that said, we're going to get the movie started now, if everyone is ready. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, start! I always wanted a war elephant. So this isn't a Tarantino movie, but he was responsible for getting it distributed to the West. He was a fan of Tony Jaa's work and wanted to have a hand in bringing it over to Western markets. So that's why it has his name on it as a presents. It's weird, but you know. Look at that elephant! Ah, so cute. They're literally majestic creatures. I love them. Aw, elephants in love. Look at the baby! It's so cute! I don't understand poachers. I never have, and I've never abided them. But of all the animals to poach, why the ones with revenge memories? They will literally track you down. Casually flips off of an elephant. I wonder what the criteria for a royal elephant is. Look how smart he is. He's so playful. Uh-oh. You fool. Yeah, the poor baby. I love how he comes flying in like that. That's just something he can do. That's not wires. Oh shoot, you hit an ad? I'm sorry. No, this I gotta know how they filmed. I always feel so bad for the like quote unquote collateral damage. Like as a kid, it's like, haha, these are cool action scenes. Ooh, big explosions. And as an adult, I'm like, man, I get why you're doing this. I understand your quest. But all these people's livelihoods and shit, you're just wrecking shit. I mean, you had to have seen that coming once they were like punching through signs and shit with it, right? You know, just asking questions, just small talk like you do. My dead grandmother drives faster than you is such a fucking insult. What a burn. This is as I said, this is the Western distribution of the movie, so there is some weird editing and cuts that were made to it. Uh, the original version has a little bit better of a flow, but for time constraints due to the international market, uh, yeah, it's slightly weirdly edited. If you're wondering why it's kind of confusing with like the pacing. I love that they didn't even like cuff him. They just put like some zip tie on him that he could just cut off. By the way, these people are speaking Chinese. Just just as a little distinction. Physics assisted flying knee. Let's go. Jesus. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Having a fucking signal like that, that's pretty baller. I don't know why the X Games are coming to kick his ass, but this feels very reminiscent of like Jackie Chan style of chaotic action. I really like the choreography. Yes, those are in fact fluorescent lights. That was insane. I always love when he like double knees or double kicks people. That's cool. That wall run is etched in my mind. Like, damn. You ever get knocked out so hard you see a 2D animation of your ancestors at war? He's on a fucking Segway. Fucking walk down the hallway, you git. It has to be the like some of the most uncomfortable stuff. Like mud? Why? Remember, this is still originally a quest about elephants. Well, see, there are all sorts of reasons to smile at a funeral. I mean, never mind. Oh, this is one of the coolest scenes ever. This is all you'll see. Pay close attention to the camera work as well as the choreography. So all that from bottom to top was one long tracking shot. That was one continuous shot up until this bit. Isn't that cool? Fun fact, Muay Thai fighters traditionally train and fight with ropes around their arms. It simultaneously serves to protect their hands and to make it hurt that much more when you're getting hit. Ugh. Mm. How anyone can work in a business like this? How much of your soul do you have to give up? And I've done some shady shit. I won't tell you what, but usually my victims were human. I mean, Nothing you need to worry about, Miss Parole Officer. Elephant baby. Remember, this is about elephants, and he somehow uncovered a whole crime ring. Like, I know the elephants were a part of the crime ring, but that one thread, you pull at it. Oh, shit. Damn. Harsh, but she. Listen, cinematography aside, who doesn't towel off before putting on a robe? So this is a bit of a trimming down from the original script. In the original script, Rose is a trans woman. Brutal. What in the Tekken? Like, that's what I first thought when I saw this scene, and it still holds up. This is a Tekken ass stage and fight. It's so cool. Check this out. This dude's doing capoeira. Let's go. Does he have the word pray scarred into his chest? Holy shit. This is so cool. Like, I've dabbled in capoeira, but I've never. I've always wanted to do that, like, one handed twist. He's so bouncy. Oh shit, and then immediately after, you gotta love how in martial arts movies there's just always somehow like multiple individuals in the employ of the enemy who are like masters of their craft. Like yeah, we just had a capoeira like master on payroll and also this like Chinese swordsman. Why the hell not? Oh shit. And then we just have the freaking Big Show or some shit. This is a boss rush. I would be terrified personally if I was a Muay Thai practitioner and there's a guy who's just no selling my hits. I'm trying to chop the tree down and he's not budging. I'd start to be a little bit scared. He's gonna eat you. Jesus. No man, that's like Super Goldberg. Stone Cold is one thing. That's a really tough guy, but Goldberg in like the WWE lore had to be escorted to the ring by like 12 police officers for fear that he would just kill slash eat somebody on the way to the ring. This is Super Goldberg. Usually when in martial arts movies, when someone gets dropped from one hit, I'm like, bullshit, because adrenaline's a thing. But once you come in contact with a Muay Thai fighter's elbow once, I wouldn't want a second one. I don't care if I'm still conscious. I'm just laying there and I'm gonna play dead. Like I take one of those and I'd be like, you know what? It's okay. I'm good. I'm sorry. Well, that's one way to come back to reality. Ooh. The collarbone. Ah. Like a lot of these are like, oh yeah, the arm, that's a pretty nasty one. Then he'll do one that's like, oh, that collarbone is gone, or oh, those shins are powder. Oh my god, I think he broke that same arm 3 times. And rest assured, it is all deserved, but oof. I think that one is dead. Oh, God. The important thing to remember is that there are definitely directions in which the human body should not bend, and all it takes is to make it bend that way. Like, not a single one of these dudes looked at him, and the pile of, like, he's building a freaking hill of bodies down here. Not a one of them looked at that and went, you know what? I'm good, and just walked away. Because if it was me there, and the camera panned to me, I would just be like, you know what? I was never here. And just walk off. I'm tough. I'm not fight an aggrieved Muay Thai guy tough. At least not from, like, anything shorter than 50 meters away. Oh god, it's Super Goldberg. Ow! Jesus. That guy still hits like 2 freight trucks. Oh god, no, please. Oh, what the hell? Why are there 2 more Super Goldbergs? 3? 3? Oh, that's not fair. No, leave the elephant alone! What the fuck? Who tosses an elephant? What is wrong with you? I swear if this was an anime, you'd get like a you get like a freaking image behind him, like a spectral image of Ponyai as he puts on the freaking leg bone gauntlets. What? And I emphasize, the fuck? Ugh. These. This is so brutal. Fuck. He really said, fuck that guy, too. Using the same lamp breaking kick from earlier. What do you think he's gonna do, guys? What do you think he's gonna do? Is it a flying knee, perhaps? Yeah, it is. It's a double knee. Fuck. That was Tony Jaa's The Protector. Ooh, it's recommending me Drunken Master next with Jackie Chan. Heck yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, what'd you think? That was a pretty good movie, huh? Huge fan of the action sequences in this movie. It's so it punches so good, you know? Like yeah. At least the baby elephant's okay. Feel bad for the dad elephant, but um let's see. There's still about 4 minutes, but they're all credits. So, yeah. I know last week we did the one, which was Chinese martial arts, and now we did some Thai martial arts. I think it was pretty cool. It's definitely really fun to watch this with an audience and to have someone to like have people to like chatter and be like, "Oh, look at that," and just start rambling about this and that. It always interests me that like the main villains were speaking Chinese and there was also Thai and there was also English. Like, what an interesting confluence of events and a whole bunch of like messy overlap with all the different stories that were happening. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching that with you guys. Um so for those who don't know or those who didn't see, I ran a poll on Twitter um asking what sort of content you guys enjoy watching from me most. And it seems like the reading streams and the gaming streams are among the more popular choices, whereas the watch alongs are a little less popular. And I understand. I totally get it. It's, there's a lot of regional difference between me and my audience, and, things aren't always available, or maybe you guys aren't always interested in what I want to put on and stuff. So I think that after this week, I might slow the watch alongs down to maybe every other week, maybe even less than that. I don't know. I'm deciding right now. Um, what what people would want to see me do, what people would want to join me on. I still really enjoy the watch alongs. I still really enjoy watching movies with you guys and chattering and doing, the trivia corner and stuff. But, if that's something that's a little less fun for you guys, then I totally understand. There's no hard feelings. Um, but yeah, I might replace the watch along streams or just remove the Saturday slot. Might I might replace it because I'll be honest, I do like streaming for you guys on the weekend. It feels like it feels like a good time to, settle in, kind of just do something cozy for a couple hours and hang out. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I like streaming too much, so I'm probably not gonna like remove a slot because that'd be one less day to see you guys. Okay, let me go ahead and stop my timer. Perfect. Okay. So, before we call it for today, I'm gonna go ahead and do the trivia corner or the Travia corner. Okay, so yeah, this one, I'm on the IMDb page for The Protector on the trivia section. The first entry is that it contains one of the longest no-cut fight scenes in movie history. The fight up the staircase took over 4 minutes. As is tradition in Tony Jaa films, The Protector did not use any wire work, which was getting really popular at the time. Even Jet Li used a lot of wire work in his stunt scenes, but Tony Jaa was very much more of a believer of like realistic fight scenes, so he didn't use any wire works. There was also no stunt doubles, so basically everybody did their own stunts, which that's it's always up for debate whether or not that's the right thing to do, because on the one hand, if you have stars who are martial artists, then obviously let them show off. But at the same time, you also have like the Jackie Chan conundrum where what if you get injured like he did a lot, sometimes catastrophically. So, according to a special edition DVD featurette, the continuous fight scene up the stairs took 5 whole takes for a variety of reasons, including the props not breaking as they were supposed to, or the crash mat not being in place on time. Uh, these 5 takes took a month to do, and I don't blame them. That's that's so much. Imagine having to reset those windows or those like vases or those chairs or those railings, that roof that guy falls through. There's so much moving parts in that scene. If any one of it messed up, you have to call cut, reset all that and do it again? Fuck. Um for this movie, Tony Jaa developed a new subsect of Muay Thai specifically for this movie. It's called Muay Kachasan, which is based on the elephant's movements, which is why it's emphasizing on throws, on stomps, on heavy crashing hits. Usually Muay Thai is a little bit faster, a little bit more flowy, but mm, that's what I thought. So that bit in the movie where Tony Jaa does that flip kick and shatters the streetlight, that was a shout out from Tony Jaa to the legendary Bruce Lee. Um, in 1972's The Way of the Dragon, also released internationally in some places as Return of the Dragon, there's a scene in which Bruce Lee takes down a bunch of thugs, and there's one left to scare him into running away. He does this huge high jump kick and shatters a uh, a ceiling light, and so Tony Jaa did his own little reference to that moment with that flip kick. Oh wow. This was the first Thai movie to be in to be in the top 10 at the American box office on its opening weekend. It opened in fourth, which is pretty good. Um, there are three cameos in this movie. Tony Jaa's biological, like actual father, not the character's father, but the actor's father, shows up in one of the scenes at the airport where he bumps into a guy and they kind of like face each other down for a little bit before realizing that, they neither of them intend to fight the other. That was a sort of body double for Jackie Chan, as another shout out, because Jackie Chan is Tony Jaa's idol, and you can tell by the way he choreographs and by the way he like does his action cinematography. He definitely gets a lot of that from Jackie Chan. I mean, the that last double knee when he takes Madame Rose down from, like, the helicopter, that was pretty much just lifted from, I think it's Who Am I, or Project A. It's one of those. No, 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 no. I think it was First Strike, because there was a scene in First Strike, I think, where Jackie Chan is hanging off of a ladder on a helicopter, and it's an insane shot because it's actually Jackie Chan on camera holding on to a ladder off a helicopter from actual like flying height. It's that guy is insane. So that seems like it was another like little reference to that. And then there was a rock star who's popular in Thailand who was in another scene drinking an energy drink that was part of a deal with the movie. Um, the Protector is the international release title of the movie. In Thailand itself, it's called Tom Yum Goong, which, as you know, was the name of the restaurant in the movie, but it is the name of a dish. In Thailand, it's a hot and sour soup with lemongrass and shrimp. It's really delicious. It's actually one of my favorite like soups in the world. Um, I often order seafood tom yum when I go to Thai restaurants because it's so good. It's just so internally warming. I can't recommend it enough. If you're ever in a place where you can get some Thai food, try to get some seafood tom yum. So good. Immensely worth it. You will not regret it. Aw. And then here's a cute one. According to a special edition DVD featurette, the director said that the mother elephant and the baby elephant were actually mother and child. They refused to be more than 10 meters apart, and um, whenever it was scenes of just the baby elephant, the mother elephant would be behind the camera, not far away. Could you imagine the scene where they're like in a public building, like they're just like in like an interior shot, like of a office building or wherever that was, like towards the final bit, you know, and there's just a tiny little elephant on screen, and then right behind the camera there's a much bigger elephant. um, Here's one more bit in that. As I mentioned during the movie, Madame Rose is a transgender woman, and they make a small, you know, derogatory reference to it. In most releases outside of Thailand, they don't. really mention it, nor do they um, really do anything outside of what you saw in that scene, despite the fact that the actress who played her is also trans. Um, the original Thai version of the movie, like I said, the international version was cut and edited somewhat differently. In the original Thai version, you actually see Madame Rose get back up and be apprehended by the authorities, and she's still alive. Here, it implies that she was killed by that final double knee takedown, which I guess is fair, but also just kind of reads a little, you know. um, let's see. So apparently, there was a at least one other fight scene in the burning temple where the capoeira fighter, the wushu fighter, and Super Goldberg were. There was supposed to be another fight in there with two taekwondo masters. The scene was cut in order to make the last act not go on too long and just be basically one nonstop fight scene, because I mean honestly that was exhausting just to watch. But parts of their fight showed up were in the trailer for the movie, but eventually never made it into the final cut. Though funny enough, I guess if you look carefully in the background, you could still see their knocked out bodies in the footage of the proper movie. The American release of the movie, which is the one that we saw, was cut down by about 20 minutes, which is insane amount of time to lose, and no wonder. I mean, the movie barely made it to like the 80-minute mark in the version we saw, but apparently despite that, we got a special scene that even the Thai version didn't get, which is when Kam, played by Tony Jaa, starts attacking the thugs. Which you'll remember when he first flies in, and there's that guy that has all those glass cups on his back. That bit wasn't even in the Thai version, so that's kind of cool. We got like one scene in exchange for a whole bunch of other footage. The Thai camera operator volunteered to work out and like do a whole workout regimen and a whole fitness routine specifically to have the strength and the stamina to carry the camera for the one long tracking shot. Like, think about it. This is 2005, 2006. We didn't have like drone shots yet. There's no way for that camera to have been on a track. That was one guy lifting and carrying a heavy ass industrial film camera up 4 flights of stairs, following Tony Jaa as closely as possible to get all that action. 5 times, by the way. That guy needed to get jacked. I wonder if he like worked out to the point where he was like, let's say for example, squatting and benching like stuff heavier than the camera, so that way he had extra padding time in case they needed to like, so he wouldn't gas out immediately, you know what I mean? Because that's what I would do. I would get stronger than like that, like lift heavier than the camera, so that way the camera's lighter, and then I can be like, okay, well, we still have a little bit of extra time, or like, you know, in case something happens, I have a little bit more leeway, and I'm not going like, oh crap, this is my upper limit. Lateef Crowder, who plays the capoeira master, actually injured his Achilles tendon while filming, so the fight scene with the capoeira guy and Com was actually shortened. Can you imagine that fight being even longer? Jesus. Like, how much did they want? How much did Tony Jaa want his character to get his ass kicked? And only when the other guy got injured, he's like, okay, we'll shorten it. This movie apparently got referenced in a couple of places. There's a Thai movie called The Bodyguard, which has Tony Jaa cameoing in the second installment of that, and he's a vendor of like jade elephant shaped trinkets, and he's looking for one of his trinkets, and he even they even go so far as to have him shout, "Where's my elephant?" like his character here. Apparently, this movie also gets referenced in the stop motion animation series Robot Chicken. In the 100th episode, they apparently do a shout out to it, including the long tracking shot scene. This film took 2 years to make, which, to be fair, I think movies should take longer to make. Like, one of those months was blocked out to just that, like, long tracking fight scene. Let them cook, honestly. If that's what we get out of it, I'll wait. Fuck. So, that looks to be all the trivia I can find of this movie, which makes me a little bit sad because I want to know even more somehow. That's the thing about me. I love movies so much that I want to know everything that happens in like the production, in the making of, the concept, the storyboarding. I basically would love to just live on movie sets and just see the whole production from start to finish and then watch the released version. I'm just like that. I love movies. You know, it's so fun to know what goes into them, what goes into a production, whether it's on stage, whether it's on camera, whether it's just behind a mic. There's so many elements, and it's just these trivia pages are never long enough. But unfortunately, we have reached the end of our trivia corner, and that means that we are also reaching the end of this stream. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who tuned in, everyone who was able to watch with me, everyone who was able to hang out. I understand if you weren't able to see the movie. Um, if you somehow are somebody who is lurking and didn't see the movie and was just hanging out to like my reactions, the sound of my voice, and all that stuff, you are superhuman. You are Herculean, and I adore you. That is pretty awesome. If that is somebody here right now, which I don't think it is, but you never know. Um, let's see. Announcements next week. The schedule should be posted tomorrow, as per usual. I think next week it's gonna be more of the same of some of the things from this week. We're gonna continue Arsène Lupin versus Herlock Sholmes. Um, we might do more Street Fighter 6. Aside from that, I don't have anything else planned at the moment, but give me some time to look over my games and stuff like that. Um, I think in terms of the reading streams, I'm gonna do like all the reading streams are gonna be of the same story until I finish that story, just so nobody gets confused. As I said in the previous installment of Arsène Lupin versus Herlock Sholmes, that will probably take 4 streams to do because it was like about an hour per chapter, and there's 8 chapters. So, you know, um, I might try to make it done in 2 more if I do 3 chapters each, but those would probably be extra long streams, and I don't know how okay everyone is with that. I might start my stream time a little bit earlier to accommodate that. I might do. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more Street Fighter 6. That was really fun, and you all seem to really enjoy watching. And I had some people from the audience who played against me. Maybe next time I'll set up a private room so we don't get freaking ganked and have other randoms show up on the cabin. Though I have to admit that was pretty fun. It really felt like an authentic arcade experience. So personally, I didn't have an issue with it, but I understand that maybe some people just wanna have a chill, session fighting against me one on one. But we'll figure that out. I'm still deciding whether or not I want to buy the character DLCs, and to be honest, I kind of really, really do, but we'll see. I have some other ideas in mind. I will let you guys know what's going on as they come closer to fruition. I am working on something else right now that's going to be a premiere. It won't be a live stream, it will be a premiere like the previous one. So keep an eye out for news about that. I'm not sure if it'll go up this week, but fingers crossed that it does. So that'll be fun. Um, for anyone who missed my karaoke stream, I may try to do a rebroadcast at some point. I'm not sure when. I'll figure out how, but I may do a rebroadcast of that. I'm deciding whether or not I want to do that, but yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of we'll sees right now. There's a lot of fun, up in the air, exciting projects. So just keep an eye out. You know where to find me on my Twitter, on my Blue Sky. I'll try to post on the community tab here too. If you don't know, if you're somebody here who's new, doesn't know where to find me, in the description below, I do have my Twitter and Blue Sky linked, so you'll be able to find me, keep up with me. I often post my schedules first over there. I have, all my little thoughts and stuff like that. So if you do want, like, the most up-to-date news, my Twitter's probably the best place, but I do cross-post to Blue Sky as often as I can remember. And like I said, I'll try to take more advantage of posting over here on the community tab on my YouTube channel as well. So, yeah. We are about 3.5 weeks in since I've debuted, and I've been having a lot of fun. So, I hope that you guys have as well. And I hope that you look forward to seeing more of what I have in store for you next week and beyond. That'll do it for us here today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, for hanging out, for chatting with me. And oh yes, thank you so much uh for promoting the ASMR. Yeah, there's lore in my ASMR and there's lore in my debut. Those are the pieces with my biggest amounts of lore right now. I do sprinkle some in as much as I can elsewhere, but nothing as consolidated as those two. So definitely, if you do want to know more about who I am, what I've done, then go ahead and check those out. Anyway, that'll do it for us here today. Thank you so much. I will see you all next week. I will post the schedule hopefully within 24 hours. And as always, make sure to eat well, stay hydrated, get some good rest when you can, and as always, remember, folks, unshrimp yourselves. Have a lovely and radiant rest of your day. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.